Good evening, fans, and welcome to Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium here in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Fourth game of the day is a men's semifinal. Final ticket to be punched to tomorrow's final. Women's final is set. It's going to be Mount A and MSVU. Stu Tommies just got their ticket to the final with a victory over Mount Allison, and this one is the unstoppable force against the immovable object, the conference's best offense in the Holland Hurricanes at nearly 100 points a game versus the conference's best defense in Crandall. They only give up 75. Big contrast in styles here. We'll see how this one goes. These teams played 3 times in the regular season. Crandall lost all 3 to Holland. Turnovers were a big factor in points off turnovers in those. Crandall averaged 24 turnovers in those 3 head-to-head games, resulting in 32 Holland College points. I'm Bill Gibson. I'm joined by Brandon Salek. Holland, the second seeded team in this tournament, second in the conference. They were tied with a 13-5 record with Stu, but lost the head-to-head series with the Tommies. Won 3 in a row coming into this one, had the bye to the semifinal. Crandall was third, just 1 game back at 12-6. They won 3 coming in, and then the quarterfinal yesterday, where they absolutely put on a defensive clinic against UKC to punch their ticket here to the semis. We will be turning it over to the PA address announcer very shortly for the ceremonies here to start this one. As soon as he's ready to go, I'll stop talking and let them get underway here. Strong officiating crew in this one. They're going to need their track shoes, Brandon, I think.
They're going to have their work cut out for them today, especially with a very diverse offense versus a very stubborn defense.
Welcome to the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium, home of the 2023 ACAA Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, and our second men's semifinal game between the Holland Hurricanes of Charlottetown and the Crandall Chargers of Moncton. We do acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Wolastoqiyik, whose ancestors, along with the Micmac and Passamaquoddy nations, signed peace and friendship treaties with the British Crown. Now here's the starting lineup for the Crandall Chargers. Visitors on the scoreboard. Number 2, Devon Glenn. Number 3, Brett Curtis. Number 7, Daniel Hawks. Number 11, James French. And number 17, Gabriel Cormier. The head coach for the Crandall Chargers is Todd McKillop. And now, to introduce the starting lineup for the home team on the scoreboard, the Holland College Hurricanes. Number 1, Kyrie Thompson. Number 3, Jalen Menzies. Number 5, Alman Dervisevic. Number 6, Jack McCauley. And finally, number 10, Logan Rempel. The Holland College head coach is Tim Kendrick. And now we'd ask that you please stand if you can and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
So the introductions are done. We're set. Set for tip here. Just get in there a little too soon. Waiting for the officials to be introduced.
Another star-studded cast here, Bill. Devon Glenn versus Jalen Menzies. And James French versus Logan Rempel.
Yeah, for sure. 2 first-teamers, 2 second-teamers there in terms of the all-conference players.
And on top of that, we also have Alman Dervisevic returning to a place he once called home.
Hurricanes in white win the tap. That's Thompson. With the miss out of the corner for Menzies. Dervisevic makes the 3. Alman's made a whole bunch from there in his Tommy career. Hurricanes really start 5 guards here. Rempel at 6'3", their biggest player on the court. They've got size they can bring off the bench, particularly Taliaferro. Thompson on the steal from French. Back for Dervisevic, another 3, too strong. Rebound fought for. Menzies fouled by Hawks. Brandon, the gym is warm to start this one. Big crowd here for the last game. Still what I would say a strong crowd here for Crandall and Holland. Certainly not what we had for the Stu game. Glenn into the front court. Rebound the miss. Glenn for Curtis. Curtis blocked by Thompson. Dervisevic ahead for Kyrie Thompson. Nice move by Kyrie. Little step into the lane. You can bet the Hurricanes were watching the way the Tommies started last game. They said we need to put on a show here as well. Try to punch our ticket to the finals. Get the 2 teams with the top records all the way through. Crandall's got other ideas. Crandall undoubtedly will try to muck this one up, keep the score down. Len kick to the corner, now back up top for Curtis. Curtis got that one away, and it's clean for 3. Curtis feeling a little confidence here. Curtis, 9 points a game. If he can get 15 to 18 in this one, it'd be a big boost for the Chargers. Glenn goes right at Macaulay and draws the foul. Devon Glenn, the first team All-Star out of Woodbridge, Virginia. 5'9" guard. Just short of 15 points, 4.5 boards, nearly 4 assists. 45% from the field, nearly 40 from deep, and 75 or so from the free throw line.
It's going to be very interesting to see how the Chargers approach this game, what their energy levels are like after that game yesterday, even though it was a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, that was a 40-point affair by times. Hawks ahead of the pack, and he scores. That gives Crandall the first lead. Curtis on the steal.
Oh, none of his teammates
back
were looking.
in though for Macaulay. But Curtis picks it off again. That's going to be for Cormier. French attacks the rim for 2. When I arrived here early this morning, Crandall was here having a little pregame shoot-around. That looked a lot like they were running in that pregame.
You see how fired up the Crandall benches.
Kyrie Thompson for 3. Pardon me, Jilly Menzies for 3. I have to look at the numbers. Those guys, when a quick glance, look a lot alike, very similar hairstyle there for Thompson and Menzies. And each also have the single sleeve going. Inside for French. Nice finish for James French.
The all-conference players are really showing up right now. That was a hard hit to the face. I think the coaches and the Chargers wanted a little more than that.
Yeah, I think so as well. French with 4 quick ones to start. Rempel kicks outside, and that is Menzies on the make. Jalen Menzies, his second three-pointer. James French for 3. Give French 7. Here comes Taliaferro off the bench for the Hurricanes. He'll check up French. Chris Cheatham also will check in. Kyrie Thompson draws a foul on Devon Glenn.
That's a good hustle from Dervisevic.
Cheatham out of Dallas, Texas, played in the ACAA for Briarcrest. 5th year of eligibility. And Taliaferro, 2nd year of eligibility, listed at 6'7". I've seen him in other places where it says he's 6'9". See him there next to James French, who's 6'5". He certainly looks more than 2 inches taller than French, I would say. Taliaferro had a great start to his ACAA career. Joined Holland in the second half, in the first game of the second half. Ironically enough, January 12th was against these same Chargers. He had a 21-point, 11 rebound game. Started with an alley-oop finish right off the opening tip, but then got injured. Little hand or wrist arm injury. I think a broken hand or something like that. At Mount A, the very next game really early. Played back and made it back for the final few games of the year. The season averages don't really reflect what he's capable of. Brings a whole new dynamic to this Hurricanes team. Finish there by Cormier from the outside.
Cormier trying to pick off where he left off yesterday.
Thompson slips. Ball picked up. Cormier ahead to Hawks. Hawks against Rempel. Kick for Glenn. Glenn for 3. Timeout Hurricanes as the Chargers go up 20-13.
Looking at the replay here from Glenn. A very pure, clean stroke. And the Chargers are up 20-13.
Chargers off to a 7 of 10 start, 4 of 6 from deep, 2 of 2 from the line. Hurricanes 4 of 11, 3 made three-pointers on 7 attempts, and they are also 2 of 2 from deep. Turnovers pretty even, nothing much to speak of there. Rebounds the same thing. Everything else pretty much even. It's just the made shots for the Crandall Chargers.
The Chargers not showing any early signs of wear and tear, Bill.
No, they certainly, yesterday, I won't say they had an easy time of it, but they come out and set the intensity really early. Against UKC. UKC didn't have the performance they would want or Coach Stevenson would want. Not sure. I think they've probably gone back to Halifax today. I haven't seen any of the UKC contingent around the gym here, so I didn't get a chance to follow up with Coach Stevenson. I know they'll be better next year. Certainly have to be a little disappointed in their performance yesterday against Crandall, but Crandall really put on a defensive clinic. That's what they've done really well all year long. UKC did feel they had a shot coming in yesterday. Just didn't work out. Taliaferro to the line. 8 points, 4 rebounds. 3 for 3 from the free throw line in the regular season. Just a reflection of his limited playing time due to being a second half joint and the injury. And there's defensive play from Taliaferro. Menzies to Thompson. Thompson Kicks outside for Cheatham. Deflected out of bounds by someone over there. Might have been Hawks. Hawks a track athlete. He can keep up, or at least a track and field athlete. He can keep up with these Hurricanes no matter what pace they want to play. That's Cheatham. Cheatham, really quick hands. Really high steal numbers for Cheatham. Cheatham's been in and out of the starting lineup. Kyrie Thompson, I believe, started the season coming off the bench and then eventually worked his way into the starting lineup. He was just too good. Curtis was feeling it there, rimmed out. French on the rebound, knocked away by Thompson. That's Menzies. Menzies with speed, draws the foul. Block on Brett Curtis. Brett Curtis, I think, got one right in the mutton chops on that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Looks like he's injured probably on his arm. Looks pretty okay now. It's good speed. It's good speed from the Hurricanes.
Yeah, Menzies to the line. He and Kyrie Thompson combined for 40 points a game. Menzies at 19.5, Thompson at 20.5. Menzies adds 3.5 rebounds and 3 assists to that. Mark Hoffer getting set to check in. Hoffer been dealing with a bit of an injury this week. Didn't play yesterday. Told Coach McKillop he'd be ready to go today, and there he is. Tyree Cooper also checks in. Cooper had a good game yesterday.
Yeah, he took the words right out of my mouth there, Bill. I think he was very important to the offense yesterday, and it's going to be interesting to see what kind of impact he has today as well.
Devon Glenn loses the handle. Chris Cheatham giving Glenn fits on that play. There's not too many players in the conference that get lower to the ground than Devon Glenn, but Chris Cheatham is one of them. Taliaferro can't get that one to go down. Ahead for French, picked off by Logan Rempel. Rempel, I think, is a real key for the Hurricanes. When he shoots well, particularly from outside, they tend to have more success. Menzies misses the three. Taliaferro knocks it away. Came from behind on James French, but he out-jumped French, used his size and length.
One thing to keep your eye on is how close Cheatham is staying to Devon Glenn. He's not letting him, giving him any space.
It's going to go as a foul on Chris Cheatham. Coach Kendrick says no. Emphatic point there at the official, Dave Gallagher. Gallagher had his back turned. Coach Kendrick says let him play. I think the official had been not running away. That emphatic chop might have been considered for a technical. That's one of the fun things about having Coach Kendrick in this league. He has presence on the sideline, let's say. Glenn comes up short, rebound fought for, coming out of the pack. Menzies for Rempel, Rempel for three, there it is.
And hitting it with transition is number 10, Logan Rempel.
A lot of conviction in that shot from Rempel as he hits the ground, looking for a foul.
Look how close Chris Cheatham is guarding Devon Glenn. You watch that here on the near sideline. French for three, that rimmed out, rebound to Kyrie Thompson. Holland up one with 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Rempel can't get that to go down. Cooper on the board, ahead for Glenn. Glenn stops, pops from 14, makes two.
And pulling up for the mid-range is number 2, Devon Glenn.
Cheatham brings it over half, no pressure from the Hurricanes. Pardon me, from the Chargers. It's going to go on Cooper. Curtis set to check back in.
Substitution in the game for the Kansas Chargers. Substitution in the game for the Crandall Chargers is number 3, Brett Curtis. And substitutions in the game for the Holland College Hurricanes are
Not sure what exactly is going on there. Whiteside 5, something they called.
And the Holland
That's
coach,
Dervisovic.
the Holland coach is not happy about it, I'll tell you that.
Whiteside warned for embellishment. I think because we got out of that.
Well, we've had a lot of firsts this weekend, though, and that was definitely one of them.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever. Of course, this is the first weekend I've been down on the floor. I'm usually way up high, so I don't get to hear everything like that. But warned for embellishment. In other words, making it look a lot worse than what it was. Cooper with the fancy dribble through the middle,
that's a
blocked
block.
by Taliaferro. Menzies and Thompson run the break. Thompson on the putback.
And making a hard pass. It was number 3, Jalen Menzies.
Not sure this is the pace that Crandall wants to play, this up and down game that we've got going right now. Cormier on the miss, rebound French. Cross-court pass for Hoffer. Hoffer with the launch. Rebound Dervisovic for Cheatham. Thompson puts up the three-pointer. French with a nice block out. Cooper's going to direct traffic for Hoffer. Knocked away from behind by Kyrie Thompson. Thompson coming out. Jack McCauley in. Under a minute to go here. This quarter, Daniel Hawk sprints to the table, doesn't get in quite in time. 2 on the shot clock, Cooper. That one rattles through. Nice shot by Tyree Cooper.
And knocking down the mid-range, number 4, Tyree Cooper.
Crandall by 1. Dervisovic for McCauley. 10 on the shot clock, 25 game clock. McCauley stops, no good. Rebound by French, but it's inside for Taliaferro, and he scores. I think that's going to be Cheatham on the assist. 10 seconds, James French into the front court. Doesn't matter who Cheatham is guarding, he's just glued right to them.
I think Cooper wanted a foul there.
Dervisovic on the launch. I think it would have been good. We go to the quarter time. It's a 1-point game. 25-24 Holland College. You extend that out over the course of the game, you're close to that 100-point mark or right around that 100-point mark. I think Crandall wants to keep that lower. I didn't ask the coaches that. That's my personal opinion, but if you let Holland put up 100, they're going to be really tough to beat.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I don't think Crandall, after playing a game yesterday and playing a game today, will want to play a really long game before they would potentially go into the finals. So it's going to be interesting to see what approach they take. Are they going to defend harder? Are they going to close out? Are they going to go even crazier on offense?
Great shot there in the replay. You saw that one go around the world before falling in for Kyrie Thompson. Got the stats here from the first half. The Chargers 9 of 19 for 47%, 4 3-pointers on 10 attempts, 2 of 2 from the line. The Hurricanes 8 of 22 shots for 36, 4 of 11 also for 36 from deep, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Rebounds even, turnovers are pretty close as well, nothing else jumping out. Second chance points for Holland, they have 9, Crandall only 2. Leading scorers, Devon Glenn with 7, James French with 7 and 3 rebounds, Brett Curtis 3, Cormier 3, Cooper and Hawks 2 each. For Holland, Menzies 7, Thompson 6, Taliaferro 4, Dervisovic and Rempel 3 each, Cheatham with 2. Nobody with more than one foul. Looks like 5 Chargers picked up a single foul, and only 2 Hurricanes with fouls in that quarter. Set here for the second. Dervisevic, Menzies, Cheatham, Taliaferro, and McCauley for the Hurricanes in white. The Crandall ball, they'll start with Curtis, Glenn, Hoffer, Cooper, and Daniel Hawks. So a bit of a small lineup here. It will be Mark Hoffer, who will be 6'1", guarding the 6'7" plus Taliaferro. I believe when we go to the other end, unless we see some defensive scheme, a zone or something out of Crandall. Hoffer for 3, makes the 3.
And knocking down the triple out of the break.
And indeed, we do see Crandall drop into a zone here. It looks that way initially. Oh no, they're back into man. They're just waiting for the setup. Taliaferro with a nice pass to McCauley. See, Crandall was hedging to help Hoffer there just a little bit. Hawks for Devon Glenn. Gonna be an offensive foul on Mark Hoffer.
That's a good whip from Cheatham.
No, it's going to go on Devon Glenn with the elbow. That's going to be the second on Glenn.
Yeah, Cheatham really worked hard to win that foul there.
Yeah, as we said a couple times, Cheatham is just glued to whoever he is guarding. When it's time to guard, he's all over it. Taliaferro shows the outside stroke.
It's an important period of the game for Taliaferro. Nobody on the court.
Curtis the miss. Rebound McCauley ahead for Dervisevic. Dervisevic back for McCauley. McCauley puts up a rainbow. Hawks keeps it alive for Cooper. Cooper for French. French fouled. The Chargers bench is looking for the grab, the unsportsmanlike. That was a challenge on the ball, I thought. French will go to the line. Thompson checks in, as does number 13, Spencer Rossiter. Rossiter, 6'1" guard, second year out of Summerside, checks in for the Canes. Hawks can't keep it alive. Great hustle there from Daniel Hawks. Hawks out of Woodstock and the Thunder program up there. McCauley for Thompson. Taliaferro up and under, no good. Rebound tapped away, McCauley gets it. Kyrie Thompson for 3. That's no good, into the hands of French. French got popped in the chin. I believe that's going to be Rossiter, I think. Goes on McCauley, his second. Team second in this quarter, 8 minutes to go in the half. McCauley will come out, Rempo back in.
I think Taliaferro is going to have a big part to play in this game, especially with his defense on French as well as his offense.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of question to that. Hawks on the dribble. For Curtis, back to Hawks. Hawks attacks the bucket, doesn't get it to go down. Rossiter out of the pack for Rempel. Gabriel Cormier subs in.
Cormier returning to the court.
And onto the court for the Crandall Chargers is number 17, Gabriel Cormier.
Cormier is out. Taliaferro in the low post, offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
Charge drawn by Mark Hoffer. Hoffer puts the body on the line. French on the drive, knocked from behind. That's going to be another foul on Taliaferro, I believe. He says all ball, but that was from behind. You don't win too many of those unless you're really clean. Indeed, that's going to be his second in short order here.
And the ref made an immediate call there, so I don't think there was much doubt in the ref's mind. But Taliaferro did not agree one bit. A guilty smile on his face right now as well.
Coach Kendrick says, what did he do? Did he hit the ball too hard? When you've been coaching as long as Kendrick, you have a few good lines for sure to use to get your point across. Sometimes if you form things like you're on Jeopardy in the form of a question as opposed to a statement, often comes across a little better with the officials. Block called there on Cooper. That's going to send Menzies to the line.
Subbing into the game for the Crandall Chargers is number 7, Daniel Hawes.
Watch Hoffer here at this end. Not sure he's going to walk back into the play now. I'm not sure that the Hurricanes were aware that he wasn't subbing off, that he just walked that way to get a towel with the player going off, but now he's in full view of Rempel. 2-point game, Hurricanes +2. The tight battle that we thought we'd get here. French with a mismatch on Thompson in the post. They finally found him. Cormier on the drive, leads it short. Dervisevic, he's ahead for the streaking Menzies, who lays it in. Foul on James French. In position, he didn't like that one.
Yeah, French suggesting that there was a flop in there.
Yeah, that's the first foul on French. French with 9 points. Dervisevic, he'll take the 19-footer, no good. Rebound for Gabriel Cormier. That's French on the outside shot. Thought that hit something up top, but it was into the hands of Hawks. The officials didn't see it. Rempel looks ahead for Menzies. Menzies back for Rempel, three-pointer. Quick timeout by the Crandall Chargers of the Hurricanes. Logan Rempel puts the Canes up 7. 6:59 to go here. Here you see a great replay of that last make there by Rempel. Great work all weekend long by the fine folks on the tech crew upstairs. Absolutely love having the replays. Add so much here to the broadcast. Brandon, still a strong crowd on hand. Not the crowd that we had for the last game, but some pretty good numbers.
Yeah, I think down at the court, when it comes to games like this, we're always going to have a lot of people down here. It's nice to see some of the coaches. You can see John Hickey up to our right, looking on. Just assume he has more intention than just watching the game. He's probably thinking about how he's going to match up against one of these teams.
Yeah, undoubtedly. I think I'm not entirely sure. This is his first live look at Marcellus Taliaferro, the dynamic player there for the Hurricanes. We didn't see him in live game action against his Commies for sure this season. May have seen him live in one of the other venues they played in. I'm not sure. Certainly would have seen him on tape.
We have a smallish lineup coming out for Holland onto the court.
Yeah, Holland back to a 5-guard set here. Rempel, Dervisevic, Menzies, Thompson, and Rossiter. Curtis with Hawks, Cormier, Hoffer, and French. French on the fake. Crandall would really like to have a score here. Instead, it's a knockaway by Menzies. Menzies at the bucket, draws a foul. It'll be the 4th team foul on the Chargers. Menzies is going to get 2. Shooting. Foul goes on 7. Daniel Hawks his second. Devon Glenn's going to check in for Daniel Hawks.
And coming back into the game for the Crandall Chargers is number 2, Devon Glenn. And that's number 3, David Menzies hitting those free throws.
Menzies converts on the free throws. Folks who are watching online, give me a shout out. Feel free on Twitter at Billsby, 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 or hit me up on email, webcastbill@outlook.com, webcastbill@outlook.com. That will get right here to the broadcast position. Brandon and I would love to know where you're watching from. French fights for the rebound and finally gets 2. 5:05 to go. It's a 7-point game here, first half. A little too strong from Thompson. Rebound for Glenn. Glenn as not a really long player. Under 6 feet is Glenn. Gets a surprising number of rebounds. French with a take, but couldn't quite finish it. Coach McKillop says, I was sure he had that one. He was right there. Little running teardrop doesn't go, batted around. Dervisevic with the save into the hands of Hoffer. Hoffer is lucky to still have that dribble, I think. Shot to the corner. Curtis and French run into each other. Devon Glenn makes a big 3. Dervisevic wasn't paying attention on the far side. He was drawing his hands on his shirt. Instead finds Rossiter. Coach McKillop wanted the foul there. Interesting in this one, the matchup between Coach McKillop and Coach Kendrick here. Both are involved in the new professional men's league that's starting here this spring. McKillop will be the coach of the Moncton Motion franchise. And Tim Kendrick, not sure what his title is, but he's at the league level, certainly instrumental in getting it off the ground. That's going to be fun to watch as well. We've got the WNBA on the women's side and the ECBL coming up here on the men's. And some basketball action to look forward to.
Dervisevic holding his leg, calf.
Yeah, we'll go with the hockey term lower body injury. Rempel on the line. Short on the first. Logan Rempel, 70% free throw shooter, 15 points a game, 7 rebounds. Nice looking release there from Rempel. Rempel out of Grand Prairie, Alberta. This is his 5th year of eligibility, so this will be The end of the line for the collegiate career of Rempel here this weekend. Fine individual is Logan Rempel. Had the opportunity to have several conversations with him.
That was a difficult double clutch there from Devon Glenn.
Rempel on the release, knocked down there, no foul. Hoffer and Kendrick tied up on the sidelines. Mark Hoffer ended up in the Hurricanes bench. French with the spin move, finds Hoffer. Hoffer for Curtis. Curtis with the fake. There's going to be a foul on Brett Curtis.
Curtis with a little bit too much shoulder force.
Yeah, I think so.
He doesn't like the call.
No, Curtis, he's usually very demonstrative on the court. Here in the second half, he seems to have found a new Brett Curtis. He seems to have the emotions under control a little bit more. Still unsure, get excited, and emotions that can occasionally get the best of the person, but does seem to have, under the tutelage of Coach McKillop, I won't say playing under more control, but just keeping those emotions from bubbling to the front. Nick Mills with the lay-in. Mills at a Cornwall PEI. Just this side of Charlottetown is Cornwall. 6'6" forward. Puts the Hurricanes up 9.
Yeah, the Hurricanes are slowly taking control of this game.
They are slowly taking control, and let's see if in this final 2 minutes 15, the Chargers can crank up the defense here, force a couple turnovers, keep the Hurricanes off the board. A pretty good credit here to the Hurricane defense as well for what they've done to Crandall. Rossiter finishes on the inside. And it's an 11-point lead. Offensive foul, that's going to be on Cormier on the pass as Kyrie Thompson stepped in front.
A huge smile on Thompson's face as the ref called that foul. Seems as if he planned exactly that.
Now we have the towel crew out. Official Spencer Jeffrey started to do the icky shuffle over there to dry the floor, but towel crew come out and got that one with the mop. Thompson. He's slippery when he gets inside like that. Changes direction on less than a dime. I'd say a nickel, but a nickel's actually bigger than a dime.
Oh, that was a wonderful little exchange there from Thompson and Glenn. Two really strong competitors going at it there.
Yes, for sure. Timeout. Holland College, I believe, here. Indeed it is.
And time is taken by the home College Hurricanes. For St. Thomas students, don't forget to send the QR code for prizes this week. First season gets with 1 of 4 amazing prizes, and Nintendo sits right at JBL Coach.
It's been a great day of basketball here. Seen a lot of basketball in Fredericton this year. This to me has been the best one thus far, of course, because of the intensity of the games and how meaningful they are. Well, certainly at the high school level, always the Mike Fitz games have a lot of emotion to them, but that's for a different reason. Here in Fredericton, was there for that. That's always a good day. Several other tournaments and lots of single games or double headers here. But what a day today has been here at the LB Gym, and tomorrow promises to be even better, I think, in the finals. That women's matchup's going to be a good one. Mount Allison and MSVU, two ranked teams, go to battle. St. Thomas Tommies women lost a heartbreaker to Mount Allison. Tommies Shot pretty poorly. And got down early. I'm going to have to start charging Almond for the use of the Kleenex here. He's just about cleaned out my Kleenex box. So, it's all right. I'll pick a few more up. Bring in tomorrow just in case Al needs a few more.
I wish our viewers could have seen our reaction to what just happened there.
Yeah, Almond Dervisevic came over here. I've got a box of Kleenex here beside me just in case I need them for anything. And I think Dervisevic took about a dozen there in that visit. Menzies from outside with the shot clock dwindling. Hoffer's going to foul Rempel. One thing certainly I think Crandall's going to have to do at halftime, they're going to have to get their, I'll say their edge back a little bit. The body language starting to be just a little bit negative here from the Chargers. They've got no reason not to be confident. They've already shown in the first quarter that they can score with Holland College. The second quarter, they haven't put up quite so many points. They have to just get back to that defensive intensity. Rempel with some more makes there. Give Rempel 9 or more, showing 9 on the online stats right now, so you see if that's updated after a make. Menzies leads all scorers with 15. Glenn and French 11 each for Crandall. There's French on the catch. He loses the handle out of bounds. The Hurricanes forcing the Chargers to play at just a little bit faster pace on the offensive end than they want to. That's what they do. They force the turnover, 37-7. Here left in the half. Menzies a miss. Thompson deflects that out of bounds. Timeout Chargers. Coach McKillop take his second timeout of the first half.
And the timeout is called by the official, Crandall Chargers.
I was just going to say, Bill, it looks as if the Hurricanes are giving the Chargers a bit of their own medicine right now, making it very difficult for them to score, changing up their defense, trying to make them take the hard shots.
Yeah, that's most certain that what the Chargers are experiencing against this Hurricanes team. But again, that's what the Hurricanes do. They force a lot of turnovers. You look at turnovers forced or opponents' turnovers, however way you want to call it. Holland is first. They force or cause or have their opponents commit. Whatever way you wish to phrase that, 22 a game, 15 in that category for Crandall in the regular season. Look at turnovers right now. Crandall's committed 8 against only 3 for the Hurricanes. Again, look at the stats, it's fairly close. One thing that does stand out though, the Hurricanes 12 of 16 from the free throw line. 13-7 are their fouls, so Crandall committing the fouls that is sending the Canes to the line. Number 4, Vicente Balatan checks in. Balatan out of Surrey, BC, second year of eligibility, played a season at UPI. Coach Krendrick has coaching history at UPI and several other places in his, I think, 35-plus year career, he told me one time here. Foul called, it will be shooting. Coach Kendrick says, are you kidding me? It's going to go on Rossiter.
I think French thought he got fouled as well.
He certainly did. Ryan Campbell checks in for Devon Glenn for the final 12.6 seconds. This will be to protect Glenn from getting another foul here in this half. Hoffer to the line, get a little hitch in his giddy up here from the free throw line. Just watch this one.
Well, I must say, I got faked out there for a second. He did a shot without the ball. And
yeah, it's got a really unique free throw routine here. He does, as part of his routine, have the initial shot with no ball, and then he goes back for the ball. One of the unique routines that I've seen. He missed both of them there. He's usually pretty good from the line. Not in that case. Hoffer usually shoots 86%. Unlike him to miss 2. At the buzzer is a miss from Kyrie Thompson. 47-35 at half in favor of Holland College. Any thoughts, Brandon?
Oh, I think it's a really close game so far. I don't think the score really reflects how competitive this game has been so far. But you got to give it to Holland. They've been really good defensively. They've taken their chances, more efficient than the Crandall Chargers so far.
Yeah, the big difference I see is the free throw shooting. One, the number that they've made, the percentage is a bit higher, but they're also attacking the bucket and getting themselves to the line. That's given the 12-point lead here. And again, like to see Crandall, a little, I'll say, attitude adjustment coming out at halftime. They're very capable of playing, but just a little twinge of some heads going down after the play there, and a little bit of the beginnings of some negative body language beginning for the Chargers. At least it seems that way when I look at things. Let's see what they do to regroup at halftime. You're watching ACAA TV. For Brandon Salek, I'm Bill Gibson. Come on back. In about 14 minutes for the second half. A few minutes before that, I'll give you the rundown of the first half stats. Thanks for watching, folks.
When I first got to Stu, I was so nervous. I was like, am I gonna meet new people? Like, am I gonna be able to make new friends? Like, it's a really scary feeling when you jump out of your comfort zone, but it's really, really surprising how fast it becomes home. And I think one of the biggest reasons why it became home for me is because I made it home.
I came here to Stu, never been to Canada before. I was very scared. It was very challenging for me, but I was hopeful and I was so excited to come here and I felt so welcomed and I didn't expect that.
It's the one place that I am free to fully be who I am, embrace that person, never hide, and I don't think that would happen without the community that we have here.
I found that really small class sizes really helped in my learning because I was able to connect with the professor and I was able to connect with my peers even more.
You can actually get to know people in your class as opposed to a 300-person class where you just walk in and you walk out and you hope that, I don't know, you hope that maybe one person will give you the notes one day if you miss class. I know in my classes, there's been 3 people I've missed one class and they all reached out and gave me notes. People genuinely care and like they want you to do well here. And I think that's what differentiates Stu from other universities.
There's all different kinds of things that you can get yourself involved in that will make you feel like more welcome and will make your experience at Stu more well-rounded.
Most of the initiatives that are happening on campus and the ways to get involved are student-led. So you're a student working with students to create a better student experience. So that's what we mean when we say that Stu has that very strong, tight-knit community, is everything that we have here is community-driven, and there's nothing more rewarding than knowing that the work that you're doing is going directly back to the community that supports you.
I'm obsessed with criminology. Currently I'm taking a course called Wrongful Convictions, which is basically what I want to do with my life is work with wrongful conviction cases. Even in picking Stu, like I knew that there was religious studies and, you know, a bunch of history courses. And although like that didn't immediately interest me in the moment, I ended up taking a law, politics, and society course in my first year and I loved it. So there's definitely courses that you wouldn't expect to love, but you end up loving anyway. So I think it's really good to sort of go out of your comfort zone and maybe pick a couple of those courses that you wouldn't think you'd like, but just to give them a shot anyway.
I would say that if you're passionate about social issues, if you want to make a change in the world, if you want to be prepared to make that change in the world, Stu is the right fit for you. I felt like all my values and all my aspirations in life and who I am as a person really connected and aligned with Stu.
There's a lot of different ways to make Stu your home, and you'll be able to find that because I know I did.
It feels like that long-awaited university experience that everyone was always talking about.
Fans, welcome back for the second half. The Hurricanes are out taking some shots. Chargers just leaving their dressing room upstairs. Run down of the stats from the first half. Holland 47, Crandall 35. The Chargers 12 of 35, 6 of 15 from deep, 5 of 10 from the line. Hurricanes 15 of 42, 5 of 18 from deep, and 12 of 16 from the free throw line. Big differential from the free throw line. Turnovers, Crandall's committed 8, Holland has committed 3. Foul, 13 for the Chargers, 8 for the Hurricanes. Leading scorers, Glenn and French each have 11 for the Chargers. Big drop-off down to Curtis, Hoffer, and Cormier with 3 each after that. Menzies with a game-leading 15, but more balance. Rempel 9, Thompson and Taliaferro 6 for the Hurricanes. Someone's got the A535 out down here for sure. Whoever just walked by, I'm not sure who it was.
Yeah,
you think they've got a little bit of the muscle relaxing on here. Either that or someone's got a Vicks Vapo Rub running here somewhere behind us. Players, I think, certainly feeling it here late in the season. Everyone a bit banged up.
Yeah, it's all about recovery at this point.
It is about recovery. Chargers second game in 2 days. Hurricanes had the bye here to the semifinal. They will start the same 5 as they did the opening half. Rempel, Thompson, Dervisevic, Menzies, and McCauley. And same situation for Crandall Chargers. Hawks, Glenn, Cormier, French, and Brett Curtis. Chargers ball to start the second half. In the post for French. Back outside for Curtis, uses a French screen. Curtis into trouble, now kicks out for Devon Glenn. Glenn picked off by Jalen Menzies. Tyree Thompson. Rempel, dribble drive. No finish. Couple Chargers met Rempel at the rim. Glenn, Curtis, the release.
And that's how you want to start the second half.
Curtis with a little telephone motion there on the long distance shot for Brett Curtis as he comes by his own bench. Tyree Thompson gets free for 2. French with the fake, drives on Rempel, gets the foul on Logan Rempel. Going to be Rempel's first, team's first. Marcellus Taliaferro will check in for Logan Rempel. Taliaferro, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line. An assist and 2 fouls in limited minutes for Taliaferro in the first half. French leaves that one short. Taliaferro collects his first rebound. Menzies on the drive, blocked by James French. That's a momentum changer for the Chargers. And a real confidence builder if they can score here. Curtis can't. Coach McKillop says, how is that no foul? French with another big block. And saves it off of Menzies out of bounds. French, I think, hit the back of his noggin on the end wall. Not too hard. He gives it a little rub and he's good to go.
I love the mindset that French has come out in the second half with. He's headed to the basket. He's willing to make the hard plays on the defensive end as well.
Cormier uses a French screen. Back for Glenn. Glenn gets free, kicks it out for Cormier. He's got an open look, doesn't take it. Instead, they're looking inside for French. I think Cormier should have taken that shot. Menzies I'm not sure how that wasn't a foul on Taliaferro, but they get him the second time. Third on Taliaferro. What we've learned about Taliaferro in the first time I've seen him is he's aggressive, and that can lead to fouls. Glenn with a little stop and pop, rebound Taliaferro. Marcellus Taliaferro for three, and he strokes it.
That was a clean shot from Taliaferro.
Curtis from deep. Yeah, not that you want to save anything in reserve in a 12-point game if you're Holland and Taliaferro, but I'm not sure I'd show that one off too much. Commies haven't seen this Taliaferro yet in person. I want to save a little something in surprise for tomorrow. Of course, you got to get there first.
Oh.
Dervisevic for three. Technical foul called on Alman Dervisevic. Called on the flop.
And substitution in the game for the Crandall Chargers is number 7, Daniel Holland.
They were warned in the first half. In fact, Alman himself, I believe, was warned. Rempel checks in for Taliaferro. Has a nice conversation with Coach Kendrick right there as he comes off.
I'm not sure what the refs are discussing here.
It's going to be the first foul on Dervisevic. Devon Glenn makes the free one. Glenn, 75% free throw shooter. So a jump ball after that. That's what the referees were discussing. So the jump ball out of that is white ball. So not sure if that's really a benefit for Crandall. Instead of having ball possession, a chance to score two, they get the free one, but the ball back over to the Hurricanes. Does flip the possession arrow. It's the way the rules go, so I guess they're not going to complain too much, but Dervisevic gets the score there. Lead pushed to 13. Dervisevic went down there, said that was a push-off. Curtis can't make the long one. French can't get the rebound. Picked off, though, by Devon Glenn on the touchdown pass. Cross court for Hawks. Glenn for three. Rebound, Dervisevic. Menzies for Thompson. Rempel in the corner. Cooper and Hoffer set to check in. On the spin move, Jalen Menzies. Jump ball called here as Thompson and Glenn both go to the court.
Yeah, I think everybody was very concerned when they both went down there. See the refs rushing to them, make sure that nothing extra happened there. Thankfully, both of them got up.
Cooper and number 6, Mark Hoffer.
Cooper and Hoffer check in. Hurricanes 3 team fouls in this one. No Chargers fouls yet this quarter.
That's good play from Cormier.
Yeah, it was a nice look from Cormier. They didn't get the finish. McCauley was stuck in the corner there, wide open as a shooter. They finally found him. Pass back to Vicevic, Menzies. Rempel kicks for Davisovic in the corner for the shot. Rimmed out, rebound James French. Crandall would desperately like a score. Instead, it's going the other way for Menzies. McCauley back to Thompson, no score there. And now it's Cooper, 1-on-3. He's going to wait for some more blue shirts to catch up. Hoffer fakes, drives. He can't make off glass, but it's a putback by James French. McCauley turnaround jumper from the elbow, no good. Rebound Hoffer. The last bucket gives French 14 on the game. Devon Glenn shakes, bakes, gets his own rebound.
The Chargers need to be careful here. It's more than half of this third quarter has already elapsed, and they're still 11 points behind. They need to start making some buckets here.
Yeah, they haven't made up ground yet. Competitive play. Cheatham is in for Menzies. Folks, even away from the ball, watch Cheatham on defense. Probably will be against Devon Glenn.
I'd bet my house that he's on. He'll be on Devon Glenn.
Yeah, so just watch how closely he D's Devon Glenn at the other end of the court once we get down there. Thompson launches. Cormier outside, Hoffer, deep three. That one won't go down. Cooper pulls away the board. Cooper looks to go back up, off glass, scores two. Timeout as Tyree Cooper gives the Crandall Chargers some emotion here. Down to single digits. Hang around, make it mucky. That's what the Chargers are looking to do here.
Yeah, that's a good put back there from Cooper. It's good, good determination there from him. Trying to get, but that's what the Chargers need to do right now. They need to be brave. They need to try and make they need to try and make the shots.
So a good crowd on here and a great weekend. Reminder, tomorrow's action, women's final will go at 1. That's going to be a great game. Mount A and MSVU. Speaking to a few of the Tommy women's players here at halftime of this one. They said, boy, tough to pick a winner in that. Not sure MSVU has got anybody that can take the inside game that Mount A can bring. They don't really have a big post presence. Emily Holt, all-Canadian, does do a lot of rebounding and work inside. But no one really of the size of Miller and Mumford, along with Alexander inside for Mount A. So that should be a fun one to watch. Again, a bit of a contrasting styles in that one. High-scoring offense in MSVU and strong defensive team in Mount A. As we have here, and in this one, it's the offensive team of Holland in front by 9 over the best defensive team in Crandall. Jervisovic. Back for Cheatham. Cross-court pass. Glenn picks it off. Ahead for Tyree Cooper. Tried to get a little too fancy there. French down the lane. That one goes down. Let's see what the bucket goes. Offensive foul called on James French. The Crandall faithful can't believe it, and it waves off the bucket as well. Not sure if there was a replay up there. I missed that one.
The crowd here
looking around waiting for the call. Would have been great to see what happened there on that
the crowd
last
here
play.
did not like that call at all.
And Cheatham scores 2 at the other end. What a big swing. Instead of a potential 3-point play, that's really a 5-point swing with a bucket the other way.
Yeah, that really rubbed salt in the wounds there for Crandall. And the crowd still have not let that decision go.
Hawks and Curtis with intensity to the scores table here.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to get run over for a second. Thompson wheels and deals from the free throw line, guarded closely by Cormier. Cheatham with 4 on the shot clock. They're going away from the basket. Rempel with the shot, rebound French. Foul on Dervisevic.
Dervisevic knows he committed that foul, putting up his hand in apology.
Cormier and Hoffer out, Curtis and Hawks in. Balatan checks in for Dervisevic.
And into the game for the Holland Hurricanes, number 4, Vincent Balatan.
There we see Cheatham on Glenn. The dueling deuces, as it will, both number 2s. Glenn with the speed gets by Cheatham. Oh, and Hawks can't finish. Fans on the upper deck calling for the foul on that one. Balatan inside. Out for Rempel. Left short, rebound for Cooper. Cooper dribbles out of the pack behind the back. Oh, what a fancy move, Tyree Cooper.
Oh, he is fired up right now.
Cooper with a little flex out of bounds off of Rempel, and the Charger fans are feeling it. Seems a bit like the Tommy faithful are behind Crandall in this one.
And coming back to the game for the Hurricanes is number 3, Jalen Menzies.
1:40 to go in the third. They can keep this in single digits, maybe even get it down around 7-5 points. What a momentum swing it would be as we head to the fourth.
Yeah, Cooper is the one who looks like he's going to make everything happen right now. Oh.
And again, we look at the scoring in this quarter. Crandall has tightened the defensive belt. Holland only has 8 points in the quarter, Crandall 11. So the gap's not scored a lot, but the pace has changed. Exactly what the Chargers wanted here in this second half after giving up 25 and 22 to the Hurricanes in quarter 1 and 2 respectively. That's Cheatham to the bucket again for 2 points.
That's a good pass.
Ahead for Hawks. Hawks gets 2 over Balatan.
And that's another Crandall basket from the inside.
Cheatham for Menzies and Thompson. On the drive, Thompson with the miss. Balatan comes out of the pack, and that's Menzies with the long shot. Side rim.
That looks like a foul.
Glenn is fouled by someone there. This will be the 15th foul, so it's going to send Devon Glenn to the line. Chance to cut the lead with some free ones.
And with 2 possessions left in this quarter, it'll be interesting to see what approach Crandall takes. Will they drive to the basket and will it win some free throws to cut the lead?
Glenn with a miss on the first.
And that's number 2, Devon Glenn there, the second free throw.
An 8-point lead, 35 seconds to go, quarter 3. Hurricanes with the ball in the front court. McCauley gets one up from about 8 feet.
Well, less than a second between shot clock and game clock right now.
Back for French to the corner for Hawks. Curtis with the fake. Pass inside for Cooper. Reverse layup is good. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. Thompson does get it off. It's going to be way too strong. So a good third quarter here for the Crandall Chargers. They outscore the Hurricanes 14-12, but more importantly, They've readjusted the pace of this game in terms of scoring. This is much more a Crandall Charger-friendly score here in this half. Still need to make up 8 on the scoreboard, but you have to think a 16-12 quarter here makes up 4 points and goes a long way to getting the Chargers reoriented to the game that they need here.
Chargers really finished that quarter really strong. I think it's important for them to get the momentum going, just so that they can take that into the fourth quarter and try and cut that 8-point lead and maybe even take the lead.
Doing a little look in there on social media. Nothing particularly new there. Great look there at the sponsors for this event. Help make this possible. See them scrolling by there on your screen. And again, lots of volunteers here for this one as well. See the folks, if you happen to see them on camera, I'm not sure exactly what color mauve is, but I'll call those t-shirts mauve. Sort of the bluey purple shirt. Violet maybe is the right name for the color. It wouldn't be the violet Crayola. I'm not sure what color they would be if they were a Crayola crayon. Violet was much closer to purple, but they are minor officials here, have those shirts on as well. And lots of volunteers around doing things such as the 50-50 sales. Just had that called out here, making this tournament possible. Takes a village to make things happen, and certainly these Tommy communities come together well. Put on a great show here at the ACAA tournament.
I think the color you were looking for, Bill, is lilac.
Lilac, that's exactly the color I'm looking for. Taliaferro in here to start the fourth. He's with Menzies, Cheatham, Thompson, and McCauley. That's Chris Cheatham, who makes the triple. Big bucket there to make it back a double-digit 11-point lead for the Hurricanes.
The Chargers really need to focus on their offense right now. They need to get those buckets.
I think the the Chargers are looking for Curtis to be deeper into the corner there. Thompson with the pickpocket, and he finishes, plus the foul on Devon Glenn. The Rookie of the Year, Kyrie Thompson, with a marvelous play. There you see what a great finish from Kyrie Thompson, and he's going to celebrate. Gets a wave of the Prince Edward Island flag on the far side. I have to think a lot of Islanders are tuned into the Canada games over there this week, and maybe not quite as in tune with what the Hurricanes are doing here. Of course, a big event being put on there, involving youth sports. Offensive rebound to the Hurricanes. Score here is really detrimental to the Chargers, especially a triple from Jack McCauley. Suddenly it's 16.
The lead has just ballooned up to 16, as you just said, Bill. But the Chargers really need to get some buckets here. The defense is only important if you're scoring.
Yeah, that's an 8-0 start to this quarter, and almost certain to be 10 here as Thompson lays it in. Timeout Chargers as the Hurricanes come out flying in the fourth.
That is not what the Chargers coach probably told them to do at the start of the fourth quarter.
Oh, what was once 8 is now 18 after a 10-0 start. Kyrie Thompson up to 10 points.
The women's finals at 1 p.m. and we will see the Americans facing off with the MSU Mystics. Well, at 3:30 p.m. we will see the final where the winner of this game will play the St. Thomas Cardinals.
Just looking at the huddle there of the Chargers and Coach McKillop. Certainly got their attention going into the huddle, I'll say that. Hurricanes have to be pretty happy with the way they've come out and started this quarter.
Yeah, right now it's in the Hurricanes' point of view. All they need to focus on is making sure that they continue their good offense and just improve their defense. But for the Chargers, they have no option but to improve their offense. They have an 18-point lead to cut at this point. It'll be interesting to see what direction they go in to try and cut that 18-point lead, whether it be driving to the basket or whether it be taking 3-point shots.
Little smile there from the Chargers coaching staff as they look up at the scoreboard. They're realizing what they're up against here. Very different quarter for the Hurricanes. They only had 12 in the third. We barely played over a minute here in the fourth, and they've already put up 10. What an explosion. Taliaferro with a rebound. Cheatham pushes pace. Back for McCauley, another three, back Rimmer. Rebound Curtis, Curtis for Glenn. Curtis, deep three, made it.
And off the captain's team is number 3, Brett Curtis.
Great take by Jalen Menzies.
Number 3, Jalen Menzies.
Offer, hands off to Cormier. Curtis puts up another three, and it rattles through for Brett Curtis. A lot of spin on that shot. Curtis trying to shoot the Chargers back into this one. Two made threes. Taliaferro can't answer. Not sure that's a shot the Hurricanes want. Inside for French, and he can't finish. How many layups have the Chargers left at the rim?
Curtis is pumped up after that ball.
Yeah, look at that, made three-pointer. Look at that around the rim for Curtis. Great job on the replay once again. That foul goes on Menzies. It's going to be his first. Team's first of the quarter, 14-point game. Still a long way to go in this one yet. Crandall's not out of it. Not the way Curtis is shooting. Heat check shot there is far to the right.
Very smart from Cheatham, just telling his teammates, just calm it down. Time is on their side.
Thompson with the drive to the bucket. He almost makes it look easy by times when he snakes his way to the rim. French tries to dribble on Taliaferro. Taliaferro knocks it away.
Very surprised French didn't take the 3-point shot there.
Yeah, he had a strong closeout coming, big hand in his face. Curtis bombs away again. Brett
Leads down to
Curtis
13.
scores again. That's 3 3-pointers. Last little bit for Curtis, down to 13. Taliaferro, a little kiss off the glass for 2.
Taliaferro gives the fans a little stare down there.
Yeah, the Hurricanes have been doing that a lot to the group there on the far side. That's the Crandall contingent. Curtis tries another real deep one. That one was wide of the field goal markers.
That's a good pass.
Shot rebounded by Hoffer, out for Glenn. Curtis runs to the corner, but it's Menzies on the pickpocket. Menzies has got 2. Back to 17 again. Curtis for French. See, as you said, Crandall has to open this game up a bit to try to score a bunch of points. I think that's going to be really tough against Holland, as they can just go up and down the court with anybody.
Oh, that's a great
Inside,
cut.
nice pass from Taliaferro. Hurricanes pushing Crandall way back here to start their offense. Travel called on Curtis. This will get a Cooper into the game. 4:40 to go. Holland College by 17. Coach Krendick will be pleased, I'm sure. You look over to the far doorway. You can see a gentleman standing there with a St. John Union hoodie. St. John Union, the Port City franchise in the ECBL. Always interesting when you see new logos around. Tipped away by Hoffer. Only a single touch there. Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
Oh, well, my eyes might deceive me. I thought there was a double touch there.
The
I thought he got a
Chargers,
very small touch on that ball.
yeah, I didn't see that. The Chargers certainly thought there was. Taliaferro again from deep.
Oh, Devon Glenn got up really high there to get that.
Yeah, there's no quit in Devon Glenn. Glenn for French.
That's good.
Silky three-pointer for James French.
And those are the kind of plays that the Chargers need to create every time.
Yeah, they've got to score fairly quickly with under 4 to go. Thompson with the miss. Rebound, Hoffer. Ahead for French. Going to be a foul on the floor on Kyrie Thompson. French had the handoff to Cooper, but the foul is on the floor first.
Timeout called by the Hurricanes.
Timeout, Hurricanes. Chargers, assistant coaches, Mitch Webster and Alex Robichaud, trying to give some life here to the Charger players as they come off. Positive Coach McKillop in the huddle here. This holds up. We'll get a good matchup tomorrow. The top 2 scoring teams in the league. Still a long way to go in this one. I don't want to project quite that far forward yet. But the Tommies already have their ticket punch. They score 92 a game. Hurricanes, they score 99, almost 100. Could be in for an offensive treat tomorrow if that's a matchup we end up getting. Don't want to discount Crandall here or project too much. Still lots of opportunity here for a comeback. Both teams a little late breaking the huddle, and the officials have to go in and bring them out.
Very clear instructions there from the Crandall coach, McKillop.
Very much so. Curtis on the inbound, Crandall in a box formation. Cooper on the catch on the outside. Going to use a French screen now, back for French, three-pointer over Taliaferro. Cooper on the putback for 2. So with French shooting from outside, that brings Taliaferro away from the rim. Leaves some size advantage inside for the remainder of the Chargers roster. Macaulay for Menzies, wide open 3, too strong. Curtis on the catch, 3:05 to go. 12-point game now. Glenn looks inside for French instead. It's Menzies on the takeaway. Menzies fouled by Cormier. Haven't seen a lot of Daniel Hawks here in this quarter. See if Coach McKillop goes in that direction. We get a little later in this one. I think he's got the team he likes on the floor right now, though.
I think the Holland Hurricanes coach is asking for an unsportsmanlike call there.
Thompson bothered by Cormier. Retreats, eats some shot clock. 10 now for Taliaferro. He finishes inside with a finger roll.
That was a textbook screen from Taliaferro.
French with a nice finish. He's having a really good game. Give French 21. Menzies leads Holland with 19. Taliaferro with another finish inside. Give him 14. Curtis with a deep ball. Too strong there. Minute 45 to go in a 14-point game. Good Holland College crew on the far side with some cheers there.
Yeah, there was a bit of a reserved look on both teams' faces coming up the court there just now.
Looks like maybe some former players over there. Got a lot of jerseys on. Tough to tell whether that's former players' parents. Whatever it might be. Traveled well here to support the Hurricanes. Great atmosphere in the gym all day. Strong show out from the fans. McCauley with the three from the corner. And that's exactly what Coach McKillop was saying when he was talking to Tyree Cooper coming out of that last timeout. You can't leave McCauley open in the corner for the three. That pretty much, is the finishing touch, I will say, I think. Still time left in this one. But it looks like we're edging toward the 90-point mark for the Hurricanes. Chargers need to keep it a lower scoring game, was my thought coming in. They did that for a quarter in the third, thought they'd change the pace, but that 10-0 start to this fourth quarter and a 27-18 quarter overall for Holland to this point really being a large part of this difference.
Yeah, that 17-point lead diminished and it's back here again. So I feel the Chargers need to come up with some form of a full court miracle here to change their fortunes.
.126 to play. I think miracle is the right word in terms of what it would take in this one. Finals go tomorrow at 1 and 3:30 right here in the gym if you're in the area or can drive in, get here. It's going to be a great time tomorrow. Women's and men's game both should be really, really good contests. Send a couple teams off to nationals. A couple more will, unfortunately, hang up the sneakers for the season. One more team gets to punch their ticket here, and it's looking like Holland College is approaching the ticket taker. And French says not quite so fast. Menzies back for McCauley. Cheatham on the dribble. Cheatham right to the bucket for two. Curtis is down with an ankle issue here. That hurts on Brett Curtis. Might be a cramp maybe. I think it's an ankle though for Curtis. He's played it guts out here as he usually does. He's going to give it a go on the ankle. 55.5 to go. I think you'd have to get a tow truck to pull him out of this one.
Yeah, the heart of a warrior there from Curtis. Can see the pain in his face.
French with the fake and drive and finish at the rim for James French.
A bit of sauce from French.
French, the fifth-year senior out of Moncton. Not going to go down easy. 24 for French. He'll be the player of the game for Crandall in this one, undoubtedly. Probably Jalen Menzies for the Hurricanes. Of course, Taliaferro, pretty impactful numbers as well, but Menzies a little bit better across the board. 37.2 to go, 14-point lead for the Hurricanes. Cheatham back outside for Menzies. McCauley. Hurricanes content to go really deep into the shot clock.
No, that's not gonna count.
Taliaferro with the putback.
It does count.
16-point Curtis. Glenn will drive it over half for James French. And that'll do it in this one. Classy move by the Chargers just to dribble out this here at the end. Not try to play a desperation move here in the final. So it's 90-74. Nice embrace there from James French and Marcellus Taliaferro. French with a heck of a game, 26 points, 10 rebounds for James French. Could have used a bit more scoring support. Menzies has 21 for Holland. So Holland versus Stu in the men's final at 3:30 tomorrow. 1 o'clock Mount A and MSVU. So it's 1 and 3 in the women's, 1 and 2 in the men's. Bit of contrasting style in the women's game. Strong defensive team versus the best offensive team. But on the men's side, it's two high flyers, the two top scoring teams in the conference. We'll tee it up for the men's title in the ACAA. Right here tomorrow, we'll have it on ACA TV for you. We'll stay here to get the player of the game presentation before packing it in. Crandall certainly nothing to hold their heads low about here. Embrace there for Brett Curtis. He plays his final collegiate game. Curtis getting hugs all the way around from teammates. The Hurricanes, number 2 seed, take care of business.
And now, the player of the game for the Crandall Chargers is number 11, James French.
French gets player of the game, and great move by French. Embrace there between French and Curtis. They played together at Mount A a couple years ago. I believe both moved over to Crandall to pursue an education degree after their time at Mount A. Said a couple times it feels like Brett Curtis has been around forever, but the COVID years certainly extend the eligibility. And a great career for Brett Curtis and James French.
Number 3,
Jalen Menzies with the player of the game for the Hurricanes. Brandon, any last thoughts on this one before we wrap up?
Oh, no, I just thought it was a good effort from both teams. I think in the end, the better team definitely won. And I think we have in store for tomorrow 2 excellent finals to look forward to.
We do have 2 excellent finals to look forward to tomorrow, 1 o'clock and 3:30, women and men's, respectively. For Brandon Salek and everyone here at St. Thomas, I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for tuning in to the ACAA semifinal. Semifinal Saturday gives way to Championship Sunday tomorrow. We're going to crown 2 champions. And what an afternoon that's going to be tomorrow here in the LB Gym. Get here if you can, if not, ACAA TV. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and great job upstairs, Aurora Productions.